This is Chris Kelly for LakelandLocal.com with your final training fix for pelvic shifting or rotation. Now for this problem in particular, the patterns that we see in daily life would be somebody that's sitting down and is using a computer or watching a television that's off at an angle a bit. So if I'm facing this way, or maybe I'm lying down, I would be turned slightly in this direction. So kind of my hip is internally rotating on one side, it's externally rotating on the other, but I'm getting the shift to the side. So when I stand up, I'm shifted this way a little bit. The other thing that we'll see is somebody that's looking behind them excessively. So maybe there's a clock behind me, or somebody that maybe I'm just looking in a mirror, whatever it may be. Doing this repetitively throughout the day will really cause the torso to shift. The final problem that we see, especially with people that carry heavy book bags or purses or whatever, is carrying something on one side excessively. If you find that you're right side dominant, you're carrying something on one side in particular all the time, what will happen is the shoulder will shift down in one way. Kind of the body is going to tilt out of balance here. So a good tip for that would be just to shift your bag, equally throughout the day. So maybe shift it every 10 minutes or whatever it may be. Now the training fix for that would be to once again exaggerate the compensation. So I would loop a band around a table or a chair, and if my pelvis is shifting this way, I'm going to get the band here, and I'm going to try to get it to pull me farther into this way. Okay, and I'm feeling this pulling me, in this direction. What I'm going to do is tighten my abs and resist the pull. All right, I'm coming up and down. I'm trying not to let this happen. All right, again, with this, just keeping my abs tight. Again, I'm feeling kind of the rotation. You just want to keep everything, your butt cheek here, abs here, train your muscles as a stabilizer. And again, this would be a great, exercise to perform as a warm-up before running or, before you perform strength training. Just several sets of 10 reps. Now, if you have access to something larger like a band, right, what I'm going to do is just place this around my torso and try to get it to pull me to the side. All right, this is a little better simply because we're applying it more to the area of compensation. Yeah, it's pulling me to the side here. So what I want to do is try to track straight down without letting that happen. And again, the same rules apply. Several sets of 10 to 15 reps as a warm-up or as activation work before you run. The retest would be just to have somebody stand behind you or stand in a mirror, squat down, and just see if you can track straight, if your butt and your hips can track straight down or whether they're shifting to the side. And that's your final training tip.